Welcome back to True Hall of Fame Builds. I'm your host, Michael May. And today I want to speak about the live that happened last night. So I woke up to 17 messages. This is the live right here, y'all. Feel free. I'm gonna leave the link of this video in the description below, the first part, so you guys can find it right away. Please feel free to skip forward to 48 minutes and 48 seconds, because the game that people are referring to is this last game that we played, right? I want to say shout out to B-Woat. I want to say shout out to Scoob, shout out to Wafix, shout out to Siciliano, right? A few questions was asked. First of all, I didn't know that people actually really want to play with me. Like, that was pretty that was a good feeling. People were like, yo, your passion. I feel like I'm back in 2K17. I'm watching people stream and really get into it and really be passionate about the game. I do want to say I am passionate about the game, but more so I'm passionate because when I'm playing with certain individuals, I kind of already know what to expect, right? So I want to review a couple of plays. I'm not gonna play it because I don't want you down below. I want you guys to enjoy the experience. I'm not the easiest person to play with because I expect people to play at their best, right? But it's good to see that people aren't taking it personal anymore. When they see me screaming, I'm like, yo, guard your man, because I'm still trying to win, though I'm trying to have fun, right? But number one, the most asked question was, yo, why didn't you want to switch somebody else on the big man? Okay. If Walt is the center and the guy he's guarding is going off, why would I put Walt on somebody who's smaller, faster, and most likely has a higher dribbling than the guy he's already defending? So I'd rather Walt just use all that height and reach he has to push his man off the three-point line. Now, Walt had a lot of missed assignments. He kept on losing his man. You know, he hasn't played the game in a bit, cool. But he kept losing his man a lot. So that's something that could have hurt us, right? But now, if you rewind the clock back, another thing y'all guys was saying was, yo, True, from the beginning of the game, you were like, they are not shooting threes. Once I go up by 6, I honestly feel I can hold you at bay for the rest of the game. Because now I almost feel like Mayweather. The theory comes into my mind, right? And the idea comes into my mind, like, I don't have to knock you out. Now I could just jab you for the rest of the game. Just move around and just jab, if the rest of my teammates are on board. You feel what I'm saying? So that was that. Another play, guys, I got, I want to say about 6 questions was, So how was it that in the game, before you guys got the ball back, before you was on defense, and you already told Wafix, you said, Wafix, next time down, all right? That's all you said to him. Wafix, next time down, all right? Or something along those lines. How did you know that you were going to Wafix? So I've only been on YouTube. I'm going on my 3rd year in August. August 15th to be exact is my anniversary, right? But in all my videos, what I've always tried to show you guys was, don't look at big movements. Look for the little movements. So you already know who are the people that want to move, right? But if you can put pressure on the people that don't want to move and shift, it makes it even easier for you to destroy the whole team. Now, my guy that I happen to be guarding had like a 95 steal. I had like 24, 25 assists with 1 turnover the entire game. So what happens is this, right? Like in like the late 3rd, early 4th, my man knew what I was doing. So he knew by me coming down court, dribbling the ball, I'm eliminating his stealing opportunities. I'm eliminating him from being the primary lane passing, whatever, robber, stealer. I'm just trying to speak in a little bit easier terms for you guys, right? So the purpose for me was to slow the game down, and as I'm moving, while he's chasing me, he can't be stealing, he can't be robbing me. So somebody with 95 steal versus me with my silver unpluckable, I'm coming down nice and slow, boom, boom. And the purpose of throwing lead passes is what I've been telling you guys all year. I've been doing lead passes since 2 years ago. Why? Because if you try to get around somebody, once you touch them, once I see that you're free, if I pass you the ball, it keeps the man that's trying to guard you, it throws them into like a jammed animation and it frees you up, right? So Wafix's man has been doing this all game. Like, so I've been having to watch that. Every time I hit Wafix, his man was. So a lot of you guys, what you tend to do is, if you happen to see that little movement, you want to keep force feeding and force feeding and force feeding and force feeding the ball. That's where you guys go wrong. So now, and if you notice, when I threw it to Wafix was across court. He was all the way on the other side. So why did I throw it? Because nobody was expecting it. Every time I hit Wafix, when his man went like this, I already knew. 1, 2. Once he went back, when I knew he was gonna move back, I threw it. So it jammed him in an animation he wasn't gonna be able to recover from. I've been explaining this to you guys for the longest time. Listen, you cannot go nowhere without your feet. So that was a really, really, really huge question. Why did you pick on Wafix? Now, I have other reasons that I'm going to explain. His man's been fidgety all day. But if I kept on abusing it, same way how they switched on me, they would have tried to find somebody else to switch off on Wafix. So I wasn't going to abuse what they blessed me with. 2. Wafix has something that Scoob, Siciliano, and Woe may not have. And that's big time experience. Let me explain. No shade to any of them, but Wafix plays Pro-Am on a very competitive level. So not that I didn't want anybody else. See, throughout the whole game, Wolt was coming down court, faking it, going to the lane, no problem. But when it came to that moment of shooting the ball, I knew he had a bleeder that was guarding him. The man that was guarding him is a bleeder. I knew he couldn't. He couldn't. So what I did was I took advantage of that. And then my man, the man that was guarding me with 95 pass, 95 steal, they put somebody else on me that was slower. He tried his best. I gotta give him credit. He tried his very best. I've been telling you guys this. What makes me so hard to stop is my vision and my IQ of passing the ball. I ended the game with like 24 points and like 26 assists. I don't want to show the game. I want you guys to go and experience it for yourself. But those questions right there, I need you to understand. Wafix is accustomed to the moment. I've seen Wafix sit down court behind half court and say, fellas, this is a game, y'all. And shoots the ball and hits game winners. Not saying that was necessarily going to be a game winner, but that was the dagger that I knew I needed. So I called the play before we had the ball because nobody saw what I saw. This is why I always tell you guys, I can't be stopped. Because just because you don't, and mind you, who's to say, why didn't I say it through the whole stream? Yo, Wafix, your man is a bleeder. Why didn't I say that? Because what if they were watching the stream? So I knew they were watching the stream. I knew somebody over there. Like even my guy. I think he had. Let me just go to the end. Let me just go to the end scroll fast. Let me see something like that. I was hiding there. So hear me out, right? Let me try this real quick. So the man I was guarding had 28 points. Now, when you guys watch the game, the guy I was guarding, he wasn't really trying to be a facilitator. You can tell those guys was Hall of Fame out, y'all. Hall of Fame. 92, this and that. Hall of Fame out. The only player that was an 88 was Siciliano's man. So why did I abuse Siciliano so much? Why, yo, True, what are you saying about Siciliano? Okay. When you have a high dunk and you're in the corner, which I don't like my dunkers in the corner. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like my dunkers in the corner. Why? Because I'd rather you be at one of the hashes. So if you cut and that rotation happens, right? If you cut and I pass you the ball and that rotation happens, you can kick that ball to the corner. And when the shift people, listen, I've seen even the best people with major holes in their shifting game. If they were gonna shift from that corner, I'd rather the shooter be there. Why? Because the shooter can always come up to the top while somebody dots themselves to the corner. That's neither here nor there. Hear me out. Siciliano's man was touching him. Like when somebody's playing L2 and up on the right stick, they reach their hand out and touch you. Then when they backed up off of you and you see that they just standing there, hands flat, they just standing in the passing lane like this, no L2, no right stick, no nothing. It pisses me off when you don't go, because your acceleration versus their unreadiness is an advantage. Then when he was ready, held L2, try to hold him in the corner. If you would have took baseline the whole game, I would have fed him. Siciliano should have had like 40 that game, right? So Siciliano had the weakling. But I will tell you this, guys, right? You guys have to let my guy, listen to me. The guy I was guarding had 90 post control. What a waste. From the beginning of the game, I'm like, fellas, let me die. Let me die. Because it's going to be a 2. Because I'm not going to make it easy for him. I know how to guard people in the post without having defense. Let me die. So I already knew when the guy wasn't using the post moves, I already knew he didn't know what he was doing. I was 100% confident in my abilities as a player to shut him down. My 10, I think I was like 10 for 13 versus his 12 for 22, 1 for 5 from the 3-point. He was struggling. He was 6'8". I was 6'4". Why? I cut off his arm and I pushed him to the rim. And what happened is they were listening to the stream. I'm telling y'all, man, they were watching my stream. So what happened was, I'm like, fellas, give him the 2. It's just the 2. That's when they started forcing threes. It's reverse psychology. Because I know that they're watching me. I know that they're listening to me. Fellas, give him the 3. I mean, give him the 2. Give him the 2. Though we really want to give him the 2, they don't get no 3s. Dribble, 3. Dribble, 3. Keep shooting them. Keep shooting them. Because you're going to miss a lot of them. where them going for the twos would have kept them a little bit closer. They still would have lost, but it would have gave them a fighting chance. But they knew after a while they couldn't do that anymore because we was already up. One point in time we went up 17 points. Fellas, I want y'all to understand, ladies and gentlemen, everybody watching this video, I use a lot of my catching experience, whether it was softball or playing hardball, whatever the case. You have to get in the mind of your opponents. This is the reason why you guys see I'm so dominant, right? Y'all don't really see people shooting threes on me like that. It's not too often. I'm gonna say maybe 8 out of 10 games, I'm not letting you go off. All that screen stuff does not work. Screens don't work. Screens, y'all already seen dude standing there with a big screen and I get right through it. Why? I play right stick defense. All that zigzag trying to hide behind it. Y'all seen me do it on live stream. It ain't no highlight clips I'm taking. I do it on live stream. Not too many of these YouTubers can do that. Why? Because they'll keep trying to swing behind the back to fail. Failures. But it is what it is, y'all. Yeah, I know I truly appreciate y'all guys always tuning in, showing love. I'm your host, Michael May. Thank you for being here. True Hall of Fame Builds. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Like the video, turn notification, man. Sub up to your boy, man. We on our way to 5K. I already know what time it is, man. You have to sabe. So next time, we out.